Zane Clodfelter with Otters TV, here with former Otter Michael Rizzitello. And Michael, thanks for joining us. Obviously, it's a weird situation in 2020 with no Otters baseball. Could you have ever imagined a situation when you were playing in town that a season could be wiped out by something not involved in a national conflict or world war?
No, I don't think anybody could even. I still think we haven't wrapped our head around what's going on right now. I mean, it's weird to think that, you know, as some of you may know, like that last year was my last season anyway, and I mean, I didn't think I wouldn't have a choice anyway. So to think that everybody's in the same boat I am right now is it's weird.
Now, the decision to walk away from baseball, was it just, time in your, mind to step away, or what were some of the things that led to, your decision?
It was a tough one, and I haven't really came up with a definitive answer, just because there's a lot of things, like I didn't finish school yet. I did want to move on and figure out kind of what else is with my life, like what is my life all about? Who am I? And what is life after baseball? And the longer I waited, the older I got, and eventually figuring that stuff out I was going to have to rush it, I know a lot of guys who are in their 30s who are in the same boat I am at 25. And so I'm kind of grateful that I had the time I had and now still also have time to figure it out. And it was something that I struggled with for a while, and really didn't quite understand why. I give it to God, because he, for some reason, something told me that was it. And I mean, it turned out that I wouldn't have had a choice anyway. And knowing myself, I probably would have came back for another season after this. And then now I'm 28 years old, still in the boat I'm in now, which isn't a bad thing, but just something I didn't want to have to do. So
how thankful are you then for the timing that, hey, I'm going to retire after 2019 as opposed to 20?
I'm telling you, like, it couldn't have been any better. It really was the perfect timing, and everything worked out. I mean, unfortunately the way it did, but as far as that decision goes, it worked out really well.
Memories of Evansville. I know playing for the Otters meant a lot to you. I know, the fan base and all the people in the community, they meant a lot to you. So what are some lasting memories that you have taken from Southern Indiana and Evansville back to, New York?
So I've actually been talking about Evansville a lot lately.
Really?
It holds even though, it holds a special place in my heart, just because the people in Evansville took me in, even at a time, my first season, I wasn't an everyday player, and the fans made me feel at home every time I was out there on the field, no matter what. And they really took me in like I was born and raised there. And I had two great host families that couldn't be nicer people. Some of the things that I think about a lot is the hot days. I think I was talking about the hot days on Sundays, because I was telling one of my coaches here, we were coaching, it was really hot, and I was like, dude, you don't know hot till you're catching a Sunday game in Evansville. And I always caught those games. For some reason, Sundays were my day.
So how many calories would you burn just from all the sweat and all that stuff lost over a course?
I don't think enough to put back in.
So, is there a moment from the last couple of years in Evansville when you think back and you were just, after it happened, thankful that you were still able to play the game, whether it be a personal accomplishment or a team accomplishment?
I mean, that's a tough question just because there's so many, one that really sticks out. I mean, every time we pop champagne, I was lucky enough in 2 years to get to do that many times. So that's one. I don't know. Every game seemed like it meant a lot. That was kind of the culture in the dugout, whereas every game kind of mattered. So really, anytime we scored, there was actually, who was it? There was one game we got really into it. Can't remember. I think it was opening day, honestly. Megs hit the home run out to right field, and I just remember like, okay, here we go, man. We're going to be good. And, I mean, we were.
To be a part of the run that the Otters have had. Since 2014, the Otters have made the playoffs all but, one time. To be a part of that just level of consistency that Andy McCauley has helped establish here, how much does that mean to you when you see, other Frontier League teams go from a 55 to 60 win club to the following year, not even scratching 40 wins?
I mean, it's really lucky. Like I'm lucky I ended up in the spot I was in Evansville, because even watching other teams towards the end of the year, when you're kind of broken down from a full season, you kind of need that little bit of an energy boost knowing you're playing for something. And I remember looking at other teams that we were playing and they weren't playing for something. And I'm like, oh, I almost feel bad for these guys, because that's got to be so much tougher. So I'm really lucky.
So to someone, out of college, or someone who is going to join or play minor league baseball for the first time, what advice would you have for them, going through it yourself?
The best advice I got, which is what I would give right back, was shut your mouth and open your ears. So it's a common thing to come into pro ball for your first time and thinking that you're better than you are. And that you deserve this and you deserve more and this and that, especially when you're playing in independent ball and guys think that, oh, I should have been drafted, I'm going to go play independent ball. I'll get right out of here. You see a lot of that. And that was the best advice I got, because there's a lot of guys in our dugout for the last 2 years, my 3 years, that have seen, done, and been around way more than I have. And just not saying a word about who I am or what I do or what my plans are. I just kind of learned from them and followed in their footsteps. And I knew that if I could get down what they have, took them 10 years to learn, 5 years to learn, if I could get that down quicker, that'll help me continue my career. So that's my best advice I can give.
Who was your favorite teammate?
Oh, that's tough, man. That's tough.
I'm not trying to be Tom Brokaw on this interview with you, but
how do I pick a favorite? I pick a favorite?
I'll give you the option of picking two, so you can have co-favorites.
All right. I'm gonna put Jake Welch on there just because I saw him last week.
Okay.
I went upstate to go see Welch, so he's fresh in my head, and I loved competing with that dude. I'm gonna give you a bunch, dude. I'm sorry. I got Hunter Cullen was my roommate for 2 years. How could you not love Jeff Gardner, Toby Thomas, Travis Harrison, Luke Rennie? Like, I don't know, man. There was 2 years I had where I was lucky, where every single person in the dugout was awesome. So. And
then in terms of you, just looking forward, I know you've mentioned, some of the reasons why you went to retirement near term, as we're still kind of in the midst of this pandemic. What are your short-term goals, and what are you hoping to accomplish before this year ends? If there's anything, I guess, to accomplish in the year 2020 with how odd it's been.
So I actually did graduate college this spring, finally, after so many years. And so now the next step is I'm coaching the JV at my old high school.
Okay.
Next step is obviously varsity one day, but before that, I plan to go to grad school to be a teacher.
Very cool. What was your undergrad?
Graphic design.
Hey, you might have to give Preston a run for his money then.
Oh, I'll crush Preston.
You're now a coach. So
yeah.
Do you have a greater appreciation for those coaches that you played under growing up? And even, I know Andy McCauley isn't called a coach, he's the manager, but even, playing for Andy, do you have a greater appreciation for him, knowing some of the things that he has to deal with as the leader or one of the leaders of a team?
Without a doubt. Actually, I mean, I was talking about it last night with one of my coaches. It's an art almost, because you got to know what kid to push, what kid to, excuse my language, pat on the ass. And if you push too hard, you lose them. If you push too little, you lose them. So it's finding that balance of just enough of, how can I engage with this kid? And I honestly really, really enjoy it. And being a player and a recent player, like, I kind of know how I want to coach, and I'm excited to continuing to get good at it. So yeah, I definitely have appreciation for every single coach, even the bad ones.
But Michael Rizzitello, it was great catching up with you, and wishing you, continued health and happiness as you continue to press forward with the new chapters in your life. It was great catching up.
Thank you, Zane. Good talking to you. Good talking to you. You too, Preston. Love you guys.
He's Michael Rizzitello. I'm Zane Clodfelter. Preston Leinenbach's also here somewhere. This has been Otters TV.